Draven.Mehendis says, is everything up and running? Draven.Mehendis says my chatty boo thing is not there. Draven.Mehendis says test. Draven.Mehendis says now, it is there. Draven.Mehendis says let's go.
Welcome to Drift. Well placed. Here. There we go. Close up. Special effect. Okay, so I solved everything today. Just before the stream. And it's getting late. I have only 2 hours because I wanted to show many stuff. And it's only 2 hours. And the series is over. This series about sphere casting. And yeah, it's pretty much solved. This effect makes me think of an old game I played when I was a kid and a teenage boy. It was an horror game. It's very cool. It's very cool. I don't know if I have it, you know, because it's the kind of game that they remade, that not remade but remaster. Or, I'm not sure they did remaster it. But I want to do an overview of this game quickly. It was an horror game. It's very how can I say that? It's not known enough. Like people will think of older horror game, they will think of Resident Evil, but this game, it's older. It's called Phantasmagoria. Yeah, And let's see if it's on Steam still. Steam. I might cut this episode in two because I want to show other stuff. Even though it's over, I solved the sphere casting, and I will show you the sphere casting fully, all the changes. But I want to try some stuff on top of it. I want to do unit test. So the first Phantasmagoria is here. I have the second on my library. And yeah, they are both good. Who's playing this? My list. Who's playing Pappy? Oh, Tony. Okay, so look at this. What the? It's really like my picture, my photo. Look at the color grading and the quality. So it's like a move. It's not a movie, but there are movies seen like in this game. The first one is also, both of them are really cool, and they are made. I think it's from Sierra. It's an old developer game studio that do not exist anymore. I think they made King Quest, Space Quest. It's like a period of game that is very forgotten. Like it's rarely they made way more game than that. This is what is on Steam. But Sierra, it's it was. I think the CEO was a woman. I don't know if they revived the Sierra Entertainment, Sierra Online System. Roberta William and Ken William. It was a couple, I guess. It stopped in 2008. Wow, it's late. Activision about it. And yes, it was a forgotten type of game. Maybe because it was the end of Atari, and it was a hard time in video game. I'm not sure, but they went through. They went through it. Let's see, Phantasmagoria. King Quest, Larry, Laser Suit. Laser Suit, they all very good game. But this one continued, like many studio took this game and made a version not as good as the old one. In the land of lounge. This game I played so many times when I was a kid. You need to talk to people, and you can enter on a keyboard. There was like a very primitive but system that you need to enter the right words, and I feel like it's end round over a photograph. End round over a photograph. But you see the limited color palette. The system is limited by this color palette. Same thing, a bit of the same thing for Phantasmagoria, but I think they had now they could put a video clip when it was This is old, and it's almost near my. It's 3 years after. I was 3 years old when this came out, but when I was 8 years old, it was still a game. Like it was still potable game at that time. Because game didn't evolve very much in 8 years. 8. In 5 years. At that point. That's my goal. Yeah. I wonder if it was the Roberta Williams was the designer. The girl, the woman who was who was one of the CEO of Sierra. I don't know if she was a founder. So she designed the game. So there's a good I would say like you feel the feminine aspect, like you feel it's not very, not that it's masculine feminine, but you feel that her touch isn't very like a masculine, very hardcore or something. It's horror, but slight. It's scary because it's a game and you feel threatened. That two was still her, I think. Oh no, it changed the designer. It was a bit better in terms of graphic, like they had more pixel and colors, but it was still not very good looking. No, shows she was gone by then, but the first one she was still there. Let's see if we can get a trailer or something. Playthrough. You can watch a full playthrough. Was Phantasmagoria too much? 1 hour. It was a bit pornographic. Slightly pornographic. Oh, it's 5 hour. So it's the classic people going buying a new house. The first one, they buy a new house and it's haunted trailer. I just want a short, not a full. No, it just searched trailer. Come on, trailer. There we go. It's not the trailer. It's a fan made something. Or maybe they didn't have enough budget. It might have been the first horror game, really horror game, like a movie almost. This looks more like a trailer. 1 minute longer, I will take the 1 minute. In the way. This is the max we can have. Or 3D animation. Oh my god, I need to... The pixels are too big. I think it's a bit higher res when you play. Oh, it doesn't tell the story so much. I feel this is more like how high res it is when you play. This is supposed to be the house vent system, I guess. Oh no. It was the animation at the beginning when you start the game. At that time, there was not much 3D animation software except Softimage. My guess would be that they use Softimage. It was made in Montreal, I think, Softimage, in my city. Just like my picture, the limited color range. Just like my webcam picture right now. So it was scary because you go in the house and there's weird stuff going on. There is the second. This is the second. I will show you later. Want to see a quick playthrough? Just a quick scene to show you how quirky and weird and scary, spooky.
I told you he's strange.
It is.
It's almost like he's immortal or something. Most people in town avoid him. They call him a witch. But I don't believe all their talk.
Well, I'd like to speak to Malcolm. I understand he used to live in my house as a child. With Carno?
It's really weird.
That's true, he did, but I doubt if you can talk to him. He's like a hermit, very private.
I'd like to try. I have a lot to ask him.
No wonder you're a good writer. You have a lot of natural inquisitiveness.
I'll try to find out.
Well, to find him, he lives about a mile
See.
out of town down a dirt
So
path.
you go through the house like that. You can find keys. It's a adventure game. I would say like a puzzle game, a bit like Myst. At that time, there was Myst. Around that time, a bit before that, I think. It's in the it's the same era as Myst game. But you never know when you will have a jump scare. That's what was scary about it. And you enter rooms there, infinite rooms. You navigate and not infinite room, but it feels like a lot when you're a kid, and there was no game like that before, except Myst. Oh, you get the door closed door. So I will let you check for yourself. Let's see the second. It was also good. It was also a good game. You are a guy at your job, and then there are strange thing going on. Oh yeah, you start at every day at your apartment, and then you have to go to your job, and there are strange stuff going on. You are, yes, start like that. Jesus, streaming. It's a bit too long. Playthrough. Maybe lower this. Yeah, I just want to show the start because to me it's like a cult now. A cult game. And just to show you how it is and how weird it is. You navigate in your apart. It's really like grunge, early grunge epoch, like 1997. With the everything, the wall like paint dark with dark spots and weird classical frames.
How's it going today, huh?
Oh, I want this effect, the
Building a little house
little screen effect over this. I hope I have it in my shaders or my webcam.
Childhood's End, The House Next Door, Murder Beach.
And then you go at your job.
I've read every book I own at least twice.
To navigate it, sometimes you are a bit blocked, but usually there are points where you navigate on the map to go from your job to your apartment and so on. It's really neat. So yeah, you get the gist of it. It was my childhood first horror game. Let's do this now. Let's be serious. Okay. Let's bring back the cam. Music. Okay, so I went over cast. So yesterday I made a lot of cast optimization, but that was really useless. I should have listened to this, as I pointed out in my video yesterday, this video, which is a myth-busting best practices in Unreal Engine, Unreal Fest 2024. And I said, oh, this guy talked about it, but I don't remember what he says. I should have checked, because now I'm refreshed on cast. So basically cast. When you cast an object is when you want to access a function in it. An object, when you cast a class, I mean, you want to access a function or something you did in that class or that is present in there. And I said, okay, some people say it's bad, but what it's a myth, it's a misconception. And why it is a misconception is because that the cast it's safe to cast in almost every classes, because especially the class that are made by Unreal, like the basic class, like actor, UObject, every basic classes, they are safe to cast because they are already loaded in your game. So it does not, a cast is not slow. Like when you cast something, it does not slow down your game. The issue that you will have is that it will be in memory, and it will take place in memory. So you can go over. It's the best part is around this. I would say when you start this. When to cast in Blueprint at 2853, and he make a graph on when, and he covers all the use case, all like the basic use case. So when it's bad is when it's a blueprint that you made, or a blueprint, like any blueprint, because the cast will load the blueprint on memory over all the basic class that are already there. And you can avoid it now. There's a new nodes or a function that you can use, and it's is a soft, and you can call you have your wire, and you want to get your function from your class, but before that you do you compare it, and of course the soft class, it's a pointer, so it's just 8 byte on memory. But the thing is, it's still an object, and you might not be able to evade a cast that way. You can evade with the implementation I did yesterday of this plugin, as I did pick the plugin inside Lyra, and you can see how to implement it from my previous video. So this will save you from casting a class. It's like something like a radio signal. So instead of coupling your class with a cast of another class, you send a radio signal with a listener, and they don't know each other. They don't need to know each other, so they don't need to cast each other. That way, it's called decoupling a class. So, that being said, let's see how it is done. Is there something else to say about this? I think it's fine. Everything is set. Make pickable object, test in build. Okay. Let's see. So I can bring this. Since everything is done, I will bring this up. Okay. So I bring this down then, because there are stuff repair that I did that are not related, like this one. Correct. Update animation, commit. This are often pop. They sync out of animation. It's not related. So this is blueprint. Is inside. This is just a path changing inside the map. Any map thing is not related. Town is related. Oh. This is my windows. It's separated. I will just commit this. Better fitting build windows. This is just a removal. This is my command. Corrected. Frank. Command. Yesterday I corrected my command. Okay, let's go with allow pickup component. What happened with that? Many stuff, it seems. So it should be the difference with what we did yesterday. So I remove a couple of things, and usually AI will bring you a lot of stuff that you need to delete if you use AI. It's good, like, to have a first draft. Okay, that's how it's done. But it does a lot of really bad stuff. A good way to think about it is that AI is trained on average code, so it will have average, like, how AI is done. It's trained and on every data, but it will not know what is a good data, and it will be trained on bad code a lot, and the statistic of the next token will be more likely bad code always. Like they would need to make data only training on good code is not enough code. Like there's not enough good code in the world to make a good AI. It will never. It's not a good AI. Is not good for that. It will need to change structure entirely to be really perfect in coding, because it's not made for being good. Being not good. It's made for being average, because it will make an average of everything that in this data. But yeah, the best one who explained this I saw is Primagen on YouTube. He made a bell curve, like, and he said this is the average, yeah. So it misses the good stuff. So you need to go and clean up, and that's what I'm showing now. So how how can you know? One way to do it is to hide what I do at the end. Like just a good tip for you when you clean up, especially in C++. It's unique to C++. You will add a lot of include that is not needed. What you can do is hide them, compile the CPP. Right click, compile the CPP version of the header, and then you check if it compiles or not. And sometime AI will put the include in the header that should be in CPP. So how to do that? How to see around that? You check if the thing is in here. So like when I select interface, I can see it's here. If it's not, it's most likely because you wanted to solve something that is in the CPP. So you copy this in the CPP if you don't find it, and you compile and you check if it make an error. It means that something you don't see is needing it here in the header. And yeah, I need to do this. I will probably do it at the end outside my live stream. I need to do it again to be sure, because you will include stuff, and what it does, it's an include, it copies this code here. That's why it's bad. You need to have less as possible. Okay, so next, let's see. Okay, this is what I added there is to see the it was to check if the cast was using it was slowing down anything. So I made calculation before what you saw yesterday and after without the optimization I did yesterday, and there was no difference. I even wrote it down. So yeah, the file was the same size before, after. So here is yesterday implementation with trying to avoid casting. So the size of the mushroom didn't change at all. The speed, like usually it's this number in millisecond, it does not change at all. So trying to avoid the cast does not change anything. The size on memory does not change at all. So I wanted just a proof and a way to prove it. If you want, I will show you. I will show you later. But if you want to use this way to check if your cast does something, I will show you how to do this. So if you want first this, you need to declare those tag that you will be able to use later, as I will show you. And you can, yeah. So in the try pickup, I will remove logs there. They are useless now that it works. I want to keep some. I'm not sure. Maybe yeah. Because when I debug, it's cool to have them around if something wrong happens. I will keep the good ones. Okay, so server has authority. So this is to check if it's the host or the client. The host is the guy who start the game and on which the server runs, and the client is the players that connect to that guy. If it's a server listen, which is a peer-to-peer connection, but if it's a standalone server, it will go. The standalone server will not be a player, so I would need to check that later. I don't do it with for. I'm doing peer-to-peer, even though it's not very good. In the sense that there is, when you do peer-to-peer, there is more. It's easier to hack. So Epic offers an anti-hack system in EOS. I will activate it, but I guess it's not very good, because I'm used to see that. Yeah, I will see for myself if it works or not, but yeah, I'm doubtful. So it requests pickup on the server so that everyone pick up the object. So if something is wrong, if it does not request a pickup on the server, only the one who will pick up the object. The server will not say to the others that the object is picked up. So what would occur is that only one player see the object being taken up, and the other does not see it. So you need to tell the server, okay, tell everyone that this is picked up. This is being picked up. What is the day? It's the Wednesday. Damn. It's already 9 p.m. I need to go fast. But yeah, it will be in 2 episodes because there's so many to do, and so tomorrow I will have more time for it to cover everything. So pick up target is the object. Let's see implementation. I have a couple of logs that I can remove. It's too many because this is where my main issue was. I wanted to know what was. So AI won't do that for you usually, except if you say add logs. I added the logs because AI was it was not knowing what to do to solve this fast. So I put my hand into it and add the logs. Usually it will happen really often with AI. If you have a bug, you need to stop AI sometime and add logs, or say to AI add logs. Otherwise he will be stupidly turning in circle without finding anything worth. So this is bad. I don't want this like that. I want this like that. Another log. This one line. Return is broken and do here. Okay. Usually I put this in one line. This was just because the issue was near this shrink command. Okay. So return. This is a big hole wall, a big hole guard close, and on pickup is empty. There's nothing, but if I wanted something to happen on pickup, it's there for me to use, like a special effect or something. The light flickers. We'll get the light closer with a lower. Okay. So this is cleaned, almost like I like it. What I like to do is bring all the return at the same place. That way, if when I see this, I know it's a guard close. All the returns are, and I'm never lost by it. Like there's nothing that makes, because I know it's my code, my way to code. I don't want mix, I want only tabs. So I know every time, see this, like I'm not lost. by it. Like I think of someone seeing this, another programmer, and thinking, "Oh my God, what is this?" But the guard close, when you know it, you know it. Ah, damn it! What's happening? It wants to pick the P, but no. This one goes in one line. There we go. Now the if together. Cleaner that way. Just like that. This one goes with them too. It's a bit hard to read that way. It's Alt Shift to go down like that. And Visual Studio. Is my microphone too loud? Yes, it seems. Hello. Hello. Okay. Sorry if it blasted the to distort up to being distorted. Just like that. This is a big one. A big guard close. So I don't know if I need the logs there. I might need it because it will help. It helped me debug this. It helped me understand that something was wrong when I trying to find component by class here. It's possible that this is a slow process. Find component by class. Like when you do stuff like that, it's possible that there is a for loop inside that loops over, but I cannot. I would need to ask, but even AI could lie about it. Yeah, I would need to find more. Maybe it seems to. Yeah, it seems to. Maybe it. It's recursive something. Yeah, let it go. It could be slow, but the thing is, better to profile to know what's wrong. If something is wrong, you profile. It's like the guy, the ++ guy I said the other day. The documentation you speak about premature optimization. Some programmers don't like this term because they know what is slow in advance. When you get a lot of experience, you end up knowing not what to do and to force premature optimization. So this is way simpler. It's just casting everything to pick up the... to know if it can pick it up. So you get the item there. If the item is not good, it returns. If it's in the nearby pickable, it's if it's not in the nearby pickable list, that is added as I go toward objects. Like as I move towards object, it fills this up, and it empties as I go far from objects that's surrounding me. So it make them in this list. And wonder if this is it. I would use it to early return on this update. I will see later if so when this is not empty. If it's empty, I would return. I will try it later. So yeah, contain it. Check if it's in this list, and check if it has this our pickable interface. Now it get the pound from this object, and from the pound check if it can pick it up. So the spawn can be later. So I can alt lower the bottom down arrow, bring it down, pick up. So when it has checked the item, it finds the component, the pickup component, it put it in a variable, so it can cast it into the interface, and from the interface it can access the variable, can pick up to check if it allows to pick up. Here we have bad cast that could be wrong. But my interface is so small that let's see. Like you have 8-bit, it's just 8-bit large with padding probably, memory padding maybe, not probably, maybe. So it's very small, so it's fine to have it cast. Pawn is already a class that is in memory, so it's fine to cast. That's it. That's about it. I want to be sure of something. A cast and most yeah, she. I'm doing too many changes. I want to bring them in the positive in that stage, but not positive. Yeah, and now I lose the before after. Maybe not. If arrow There we go. So static cast, as we saw there, for this one. Unreal also has a static used static class when you already know the inheritance relationship is correct and want a plain C++ class with no runtime check. Unreal cast base type when you need a runtime safe check, and use static cast only when the type relationship is already guaranteed at compile time. Cast can return null pointer. Yeah, but I had a problem with this one. Maybe it was not this. It was a cast before, and this AI solved it with a static cast. Okay, it will convert it. It will not give a null pointer. It will convert it. Seems. Yeah, it does not help much. Yeah, I got, especially on this one, I got a problem, so that's why this solved it. It returned a null pointer. I static cast, so I problem with casting my interface. Cast is usually for UObject, that's why. Okay. So it's not really an interface, is not a UObject. That's why it solved my problem. If you go there and you look, it's a U interface. And if you look at U interface, it's a U object, damn it. Ay. You see AI sometime you need to verify. That's why I went to check there to be sure if it's not a U object. It is not a real interface behavior. It is a reflection-friendly wrapper class. In Unreal, the actual contrast track lives in the higher interface. Okay, so since it's an interface, it's different. It lives in the interface rather than the parent. U interface is just an engine visible shell. Okay, it's too much. it's slowing me down. Let's continue the cleanup. Okay. Whoa. I need more space. So now this one. So I remove all the casts. This was solving the cast. I was using a pointer. It was wrong. We can remove and we can cast this because a pawn is already in memory. And now okay, so there's modification to the should tick. Because it's online, I needed this one specifically. Okay, yeah, it's not because it's online. It's because it's online. When you're online, there's a replicated actor inside the other computer. So if you have two guys, in fact you have 4 characters. For each computer you need a fake representation of the other player on one of the player. So each computer has the player character and a fake representation of the other player. And the other player have the same, so they are 4 buddies. So 2 buddies on each computer, it makes 4. So for that, you want the fake buddy to not have an update activated on its component. That way you make sure that it does not run an extra update. It was just because when I tested, I had 2 times my function here. I may put this to check how long it runs, like to chronometer how fast it runs this function to see the casting, if the casting of the thing was making it slower, and it gave me the numbers here. So to see for that, it showed a count, like how many time in a frame that this run, and it was 2 when I was online. So I was trying to solve it, and one way to solve it, I think, was to add this, because I have added other stuff, but this one helped. So it run 1 time instead of 2 per guys per computer. So it's just that in this. There's a range that has been added. This range is the message subsystem. It's the module, the plugin we added yesterday. So it registers a listener under a tag. And it fires this function for this listener. Like pickup range. Hello pickup. We'll see later. And then play to clean up when the game closes. It unregisters. Sometimes it can be problematic with the editor. If you don't do that, it will keep them. The editor won't clean it. So it's better to have this. So to clean it every time I stop the play-in editor. So this is the tick component, which goes here. And now I will keep this because it was cool to have. I can activate my stat and see. All this we did is useless now. Oh, it's not something we did, it's something I did later to debug. So you don't know about this, I will delete it. There is no check here. Yeah, it's sure it's not. If this is false, it's not good. So we use this. It was the cast. To solve the cast, it's not. Oh yeah. The if I remove was we did on. Yeah, we did that at the end yesterday. It was not good. So now this was already there. Just change the name. I could change it. Control R. Alright, come on. Sometimes it's better to do it by N than asking Visual Studio. This is dangerous, but I know there are 3. I see them in front of my face. Okay, this haven't changed, it's just the space here. Nothing has changed. This is the... I wanted to see the sphere of the player. So it's a debug to see visually the sphere, the recast sphere. So if you want to add this, you just add this. This is not yet implemented. I don't need it yet. So try pickup is removed completely here, and I have a new one. It's at nearby pickable. When I go around, there's a sphere around me. Oh, around the object. This is called, and if you want, you can right click, go find all references, and it will show you where it is called. It's called only here. No, only here. No, damn it. Here. It's only called here. Yeah. The only place where it's called is on pickup range message, which is the message we assigned to, as I said earlier, the radio message. And when this, we added a listener, and the listener listened. You could add many other places to listen that could listen to it, and trigger this on pickup message range. So this is allow pickup component on the player. So there's a sphere that is been added there. No, it's not there. We will see later anyway. The sphere. So where was I? Let's go back. There. Add nearby. It check if this is valid. It check if the actor. It's a bit misleading, the name actor. I would name it item. Now it wants to name every actor item, which is not good. Except if it's all in this same place. this is wrong. I don't want to modify this one. And neither this one. This is right. This is right. This is right. This is right. Apply. Same thing for this one. So when it removes, same thing. Where is it go? Find all references. Who's calling it? Ghostbuster. Here. If the message is entered range, it adds the nearby pickable. If it's not entered range, it's a boolean. So if it's true, it adds it. If it's false, it removes it. Okay. Go back. It's not called anywhere else. So when the server receive an item, it check if the item is null, not null. If it's not null, it return true. So just check if it's empty or not. If the item it receives is empty or not. Here it's the one we cleaned up when it destroyed. Now on pickup range message. This is the one I want to see. Find all references. I guess you cannot find references for this one. Let's delete this. See more clearly. Okay, it's just, yeah, you cannot find it. It's not called. It's registered as you registered something as a listener, and it will call this when the tag change. I guess. I didn't check much into it. It's declared error in our files. So I guess this because is pickup range change. So to me, change means that this signal that when it change, this is triggered and it runs this. And this one is the allo pickup component is added like registered listener. Registered listener. This. So I registered this class as a listener. I guess that's it. Message subsystem. Returns the message router for the game instance associated with the world of the specific object. New object, word object, app. Get. Register to receive message on a specific channel. Okay, the channel is this. We create this channel. We listen to this channel, and when this channel change, it triggers this, I guess. The fish can handle it with a specific member function. Execute a weak object validity check to ensure the object registering the function still exists before triggering the callback. Channel. Yes, it's the one I said. The tag I said. The object instance to call the function on, which is this. No. Tag. This. Yes, it's this. So it calls on itself. So this. Oops. This function, member function to call. Yes, it's exactly that. The function is this one, and it's the one we send here. Okay. Next. You need to clean up this. Oh, I cannot because it's here. But this is not right. Oh yeah, it's right. So it draws item. We did everything. Want to see the last this one is not cleaned. I will separate this. This one already exists here. I don't need this. There we go. I could bring this up. Anyway, this changed not much. The cast is above. And I could bring this up to make it just cleaner. There we go. Now I want to see this on pickup Messiah. So the channel we saw is entering here. It's not used. It does not need to use it. This is a big log, a big ugly log that I don't need. much. Except if I want to debug later. And everything's fine here. Next one. Pickable interface. Let's see the diff. Nothing has changed. Are you kidding me? Oh yeah, I'm in minus. Let's just play to see if it still works. So what if it's work? I can add mix the stage and unstage together. It's almost ready for tomorrow, since I have done everything today. I will have more time to cover the rest. It would be a long stream like yesterday. I noticed like earlier that I did a 5-hour stream. I didn't notice that. Why do I do this? Is because it helped me to stay focused a lot more on my game. That way I don't go and on Facebook or on anything else. I focus on it. So I like doing long stream like that. Let's see, look at both of them. Dang. Yay! Load. Okay. Now I can mix them together to check the other one. Which is pickable interface. Let's check the header. That way it's more consistent with each other. So I think it's fine, but I will have to test at the end, removing one after the other to see if it's really needed. Okay. This is important. It's still there. We added try pickup here. That's been removed. Okay, no, I just moved it up. We added end play. This was just move up. On pickup range message. This was not there. It's the message from the new plugin. When you get the message, the one we checked. So this was the attempt at making the cast. lighter, but it was useless. This too. So the distance I made it farther because I feel like I needed to be a bit farther away to pick up the object, and everything's fine with the rest of this class. Next, pickable interface.cpp, which has no change, which I don't believe it. Pickable interface. We didn't. Yeah, no, it's impossible. That's not. I committed it or something. It's not possible. I know I added this. Let's close everything. It's not possible. No, I might have committed by mistake. So this I had it count. This is a teacher of mine said when you add count at the end of your enum, it gives you a lot of possibilities. Like assigning a variable of type pickup size, and when to know if it's not assigned, you can assign count, and now you know that there's one of the three is not assigned to it. When you want to count the number of items in your enum rapidly, but there are already functions for that, I guess. In C++, I'm not sure. Like you have a little function to have count on it. I don't know if we can find it now. Maybe there are none, but I guess my initial feeling is that you could like count this. Like there will be a way to get value. Let's see. This is what I want to see. Oh. I don't want the AI. I don't want the AI stuff. Let's try to cheat AI. Let's see if it can. No, I use my method. Damn it. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about. So let's see this one. Can pick up when it's called. It check if the character can pick the object, and I didn't check thoroughly. I might need to debug it. AI did it, so I'm very doubtful that it works. But just to see what I want, what I wanted is to have I don't need to check it right now to solve it right now because I don't have human yet to verify every possible outcome. But in short, it checks the size of the object. Begin play. On the other file, on another file, I think it's pickup component, and it registers the size of the object based on the character size, based on the values, and are not perfect. I will change them, obviously, as I will test this with human later. But just to say, when an object has the component, it checks the size, the bounding box of the object, the extent, and it evaluate if it's a small, medium, large object based on the species. And since the human are 18 times larger, when it goes to human size, it's above threshold. But I guess it might not work perfectly, because I want to automate it even more later, so that when I add a static mesh on my map, something like my level editor checks every static mesh at build time, and decide to replace it with pound, with the component on it. So I will automate this so that every time I add a static mesh, I don't need to add the interface and the component on it. That would be later. Delegate. So it checks this is on pickup. It check the size, character size is small. Then yeah, it enters the character size. I feel I don't want to check this out now because I cannot test it and it's AI. If I cannot set, what I will do is to do that. This is what you should do. This is AI. Stop to test. So I don't know if it's written like that. To test when human pound are available in human build. There we go. Okay. On pickup, nothing. I don't need nothing for now. I don't know yet what I could need. This is the computing of the size of the objects from the bounding bugs. It's the same thing. I don't want to test this. I don't have what I need to test it for now. I will add this. Next one. I committed this one too. Wait a minute. Pickup component. Okay, in the begin play, it needs to replicate. This is needed, otherwise it will. This is, yeah. Earlier I said like I add the boolean here. You might not need this one. I don't. It did not work, but I keep it in case. But this one solved. This one solved the. Oh no, it does not solve it. It's not the same program. This one solved it when you pick up the object, and it only appears. It only disappears on one of either the host or the client. it means the object is not replicated. So you need to activate it either on the blueprint or here. I prefer here. So this is if cache size category. Okay, it check if the cache size category has been changed, and obviously it does not change because it's begin play, so it's not needed. I could remove it, and you just have this one. It's really not needed. I don't know. Pickup component. Maybe someone changed it with the right size, but I prefer I would like do the other way around. If it's not count, I would make an error. I would say, hey, you don't change it, but it's really not needed. I could just do this. So it wait a bit in case, because AI thought like maybe it needs the full class to be ready to be start computing the bounding box. I would need to check it, but and then it checks if it's online because you have a replicated. It's server side, I guess. I'm not sure. I'm not. This one, I feel it's wrong. I feel it's wrong. Let's say, hey AI, what's that? What's that? Wait a minute. It's almost time for me to go. Yeah, tomorrow will be a longer one. I guess is that AI made that at this, if it's not the server, go away. I think he wants this to be it has to be done on the server. Why this here? Does it needs to be only done on the server? Is that why? It's exactly the proximity sphere exists only to populate the near pickup balls on the server, which is the authoritative list that server. Check against. Treating it on client would be a waste of memory and CPU. The client never reads, never calls, never reads pickables, never calling back pickable. That's a bit weird. So the proximity shape is on the object. That's good, because if I made it on the player, every player would have a sphere, but at the same time I'm not sure about this structure. I might change it. Proximity shape is there on it. Is it possible to make this proximity sphere visible? Yes, add registered component. Okay. Let's add this. So it's at the collision, overlap, only pawn, get root component, setup attachment, register component. Okay. Can I press play? So there it get the size of the object based on the character. So on proximity beacon. So when the actor enters, is proximity. If the other actor, if the player is null, it returns, prepares a message, get owner, pickable actor. So it picks the blueprint of the shroom. This is the player. It entered. This is the message it sent to trigger the function on the component on the player that we saw earlier. The tag has to change as strange, so it broadcasts the message. Okay, you can trigger your function. This is on the player. It triggers the function that it has registered here. Come on. And when they enter each other, this is where the magic happens. And it added to the list of pickable. Here. So okay, so the object has a sphere around them, the pickable object. When the player enters, it say to the player, "Hey, you can pick me." They send a radio signal. Pick me. You can be, and the radio signal is triggered. It triggers this function and it adds them to the list. And what I can do, which would make this very good, is the pickup target. I can completely ignore it if this is empty. If this is empty. should I? Yes, this is a good optimization. It's the wrong one. That's what I wanted. Can pick up target on pickup. Target change. Okay, just securely empty if there is something. It empties everything if there is something. Okay, that's good AI. That's when the AI is a good AI. Things I would not think about because there's too much information. Yes. The music is helping. It's time to go now. We'll just test. So to be sure that it didn't break something. So the tag for the function that is at the beginning of the function here, I will show you rapidly how to use it. It's very simple. It's in the name added on top here. This rather, and this. I didn't check this one. Let's go. I will show you. So if you want to activate it, you go tilt under escape, stat, think, pick up. It added this. Oops. Stat, pick up, and tab to complete. And it won't work because you need to there was something I needed to do. I don't remember what it was. What was it? Stat, pick up. Does not exist. But what did I need it to do? I don't remember. Maybe it's in this one. That. I think it's this, maybe. No. What to do to see? I forgot. Oh, it does not understand. It does not show. It does not show, but the command line say it works. There was something else I don't remember. You be too close to be close enough now. Oh, we see the sphere. Stat game. Stat group enable pickup. Oh, stat game mess. I think it's stat game. No. This is the other stuff. Oh yeah, stat game are the other triggers it. But I don't see anything. What? Nothing is showing. Why? It's empty. It's there, but empty. Does this work though? Yes. Oh, it showed. That's it's because it's only when the object is in proximity that it works. Because I put the return there, we see it. So you see the little numbers. It goes as fast as it was, with or without trying to solve the cast. But now I don't have. It does not trigger this. If you have many people, like not many people, but many recasts to do other stuff. It's because recasts, when you have many recasts, then it becomes heavy. So you want to do stuff like that. Activate, disactivate your recast, because it can be heavy if you. It's very useful to have recast, but it's heavy. So you want to avoid having too many at the same time. So you need to find a way to activate, disactivate it when you need to. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow, probably, for the rest of the code. Thank you. Bye bye. Where's the button to quit? Where is the button? Outro. Ciao.